Where's the jams?
I know, throwing some Rachel V up in this bitch.
Yeah. Want to cry in your pizza?
Is that your comfort food?
That's what people do when they hear my songs.
They cry into their pizza?
Yeah.
Any particular pizza joint?
No, actually, well, in Bisbee, they did that.
Ah, Bisbee. Me and Bisbee have a short but very interwoven backstory.
Whoa.
Guys, welcome to this Juan Time. Today, my guest is La Peligrosa herself, Rachel Villa.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. See, that's what I wanted. See?
The shtick.
Yeah, no.
I got to keep it peligrosa, so...
When I formally met you, I was like, I got to see if this chick smiles because...
I'm always happy.
Yeah.
But don't tell nobody, though.
Don't tell nobody. We got a persona
secret
to keep up.
That's right.
So thank you for setting aside some time and coming on to, share a little bit of your story and everything that you have going on to promote your art, your creation, your manifestation of
Thank you for having me.
Speaking to you. The honor is all mine. So let's talk about the event. Let's get right to it. You have an event on the 14th.
I do.
And today is the 11th.
Yes.
Squeezing it in. Here we go.
Squeezing it in. Thank you for that, by the way.
No, it's going to happen. And it actually pushed me to do what I'm doing this week. Normally, I would release one episode a week or every 2 weeks. I actually have 5 episodes coming out this week. So today, yours will be out tomorrow and Tuesday in time to promote Thursday. I got one Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I don't know what I'm going to do after that because that's my whole thing.
Fancy.
But on Thursday...
That's big time.
No, you're big time because on Thursday, you're going to be at the Womack.
I am.
Tell me all about that.
The Womack. Okay, so I'm doing an event to celebrate my single release of Butterfly. Mm-hmm. And that is a song that I wrote... I had been writing it for the past 3 years now. And I decided to record it last year and make a music video. Yeah. And so I just recently released it. And we are celebrating that on Thursday. It's also a fundraiser to assist in my home buying process. Yes. Because we're doing that too, part of the manifestations.
For sure. Yeah, it's all there. Because... backstory is you left a relationship, so you and your boys are now in need of your own place to call your home, right?
Yes.
So everybody can, have that. As children, you need that, right? A place to call home. It's safe. You can nurture them, to your heart's content. So we're definitely pushing for that.
Yes.
Well, fundraiser at the Womack. Did that song? I saw that. Right, I wasn't able to make the Indie Film Fest. Did it play there?
Yes, they world premiered it at the Indie Film Fest, and I was so grateful. Such a magical experience.
Yeah, I bet. Right?
Yeah, Maddie Steinkamp puts that film festival together with a beautiful team of people, and he surprised me by premiering it there. And he actually did all the filming for the Butterfly music video.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw that. And director credits go to you. Hey,
he did. He gave me the director credits.
One hat
I can't
for
even.
Another. Get out.
Because I need more hats to wear, Filmmaker.
You will need more hats because you told me your iron just broke.
True. I did need a hat today, but you'll see like little braids here and there. It's just, me faking the funk.
Hey, you got it locked in.
Thank you so much.
Where was the Indie Fest held?
Phoenix Arts Center.
Is that held there every year?
Different places. So I think it's like a whole week of events held at different places. So that was just the finale.
Gotcha.
So
it was a week-long event, and the release of Butterfly was on the last night.
On the last night, yes.
Yeah, and you had tons of friends and family there to support you.
I had my gang there.
Your gang.
My gang.
I've been supporting you since day one.
Since day one, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Coming along on all my crazy adventures.
Yeah, well, because you're a solo artist, and you also have a group, right?
I have a few groups.
A few groups. Let's rattle them off. I want to hear them all.
Okay. Well, I am with Las Chuellas Peligrosas, which are 5 women. And that I think we've been playing for about 7 years now.
Dang.
6 or 7 years. We don't play as much anymore, but that's a very, very special group of ladies. And they're actually in my music video too.
Oh,
yeah.
are they?
Yeah, because they're a big part of why I became a solo artist.
Gotcha.
I needed a little confidence boost.
Don't we all, right?
Yeah, well, they're just like amazing ladies who just hold other ladies up in their power, and they made sure to let me know that it's okay to share.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't comfortable with it before because of certain people, certain relationships that I had.
Yes.
That would tell me I wasn't good enough to be doing what I thought I can do.
Oh, ew.
So as soon as I met the ladies, it's okay, because as soon as I met them, it's just, it was amazing. They really, really held me up, and so they are in my music videos.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so that's one group.
Yes.
And my solo journey started last year. And it was because of this butterfly song that I knew that it was important to become that and be okay with that.
Oh, so, that's good.
Go ahead.
Did it come to you kind of like all at once, and you were just like, whoa, it kind of like just flowed through me at that point? Or was it something that you like really like sat on for a bit and took you a little bit longer to write than, say, a night, a weekend, or a week?
The butterfly song?
Yeah.
That one took a minute because the inspiration for that song came through spirit. I feel like it was my grandmother who gave me a message through a psychic.
Yeah.
She told me that I needed to get out of this relationship that I was in. She said I was the one chosen in my family to break the generational cycle of abuse, and that I needed to get away from that relationship, that it was going to hurt my kids.
Yes.
So because of that message, that song just came up. So I remember singing the words first. Sometimes my songwriting is very different. It just depends on like, say, I'll write the lyrics first, sometimes hum a melody and then sit with the guitar. Sometimes I write the guitar part first and then the words will come. Just all depends. So that one came with words first, the chorus. And then I built around it. And it took me a while because I had a bridge part, which is usually the different part of the song. Came right before I decided to leave that situation. So it took me 2 years to leave after I received that message. Gotcha. And about a month before I left, I finished the song, because the bridge part of the song is just thanking my ancestors and telling them that I know they're with me. And it's saying I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to take that responsibility and break that cycle.
Yeah.
And so it empowered me. And it was just done. And this is why it was so important for me to record the way I did.
Yeah.
And to make a music video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's a lot of power in that decision. And just because you feel like it's the right decision doesn't mean that you're still not scared and uncertain about how everything's going to play out. But you know that this move needs to be made. So it's like, I guess maybe encouragement for others that would be in a similar situation is there's going to be a ton of uncertainty, but also sounds like you had a lot of support, to have your back in that. And that's another thing too, that you can, lean on in those moments. 'Cause we all do feel like we're in it alone and we don't want to burden anybody else, but those that love us will stick out their necks and support us when we're making such a huge transition.
Yeah. That's so true. And I've received so much love from the community. Even though when I left my situation, there's something that happens when somebody leaves a situation like that. You're almost empowered, and you're like, I can do this by myself.
Yeah.
And I said that so many times, like, I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to go buy a house because my house got taken from me. Yeah. And because I wasn't on the paperwork. And it happens a lot to people. And it's like, okay, I need to, if that person could do it, I could do it. Why can't I, right? So I'm like, I'm going to do this by myself. I don't need anybody's help. And I was very stubborn about that, right? Until then I needed help.
Well, you're not a peligrosa if you're not stubborn.
It's true. And I'm a Taurus too, so it's kind of our reputation. But right away I needed help. And I communicated with a lot of people before I left that situation that I was going to need a little bit of help, because I was in a position where I really couldn't do it by myself, even though I was very,
adamant.
You get strong. You can do it, right? No. It's like it took a whole village. They say it takes a village.
Yes.
Right? And community is so important. And I've been able to lean on my community and to be able to give back also however I can. You know, I'm very mindful of that, and I'm very grateful. But a whole lot of people were involved in just everything I've been able to do in the past year. And it's crazy how much I don't have to ask for that help most of the time. That it just shows up.
Yeah.
Say a prayer, you put the energy out, and the universe responds.
Yeah, it sends somebody that's familiar with maybe your situation, or just can see it from further out, from being on the outside. And then because they have experience with it, they kind of know where to kind of maybe come in and how to offer help, because there's definitely an intricate way to be able to offer assistance and make sure it doesn't get turned away, because there's a lot of humility in having to accept the assistance. You have to just swallow our pride a bit, and I'm speaking to myself here, where it's like, don't do it all yourself. There's plenty of people in your corner. You just need to call upon them in one way or another.
Even if you're just sharing, because people will, sometimes they're in positions where they can, and they will, and they have. And it's just been amazing, all of the things I've been able to accomplish in the past year. And a lot of it goes back to me needing to be independent and make more money somehow. And I'm like, okay, well, I have this music, and this is going to help me, to be able to create a safe space for me and my kids and my family, So, it's just incredible how timing is working out this way, how this release is happening at the same time as I have to resubmit my paperwork for my home. So it's like a no coincidence thing, if that makes sense. It's a synchronicity.
Yeah. That comes up a lot. Our outfits,
in our flow.
We did not plan these outfits.
Yes, we did. He's lying.
Yeah, you even dyed your hair so long ago.
Right, red and black. I mean, who would have thunk it with me, right?
I guess maybe subconsciously but it all started with these yoga pants, I guess you could call them, my compression pants. And so then I was like, I'll just go with red. But of course.
We show up, we're twinning.
Yeah, the universe.
It's appropriate. Yes, another synchronized event.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think this looks good. Black couch, white curtains. It's all, even my logo. Get out of here. It's black and red.
Stop it right now. Those are good colors.
Stupid. It's powerful.
What did you just kiss?
Yeah.
That one time?
Yeah, this one time. So, Las Choias Peligrosas. Yeah, your solo act.
Yes.
And you're also in with my buddy Beto, right?
Yes. That's weird, too. Isn't that weird?
It's very weird.
It's weird how that happened, too. But it's meant to be kind of things, right? So even Beto being in my group.
Yeah.
That I manifested that, too.
It's a good dude to have in your corner.
Yeah. Everybody needs a Beto.
Yes.
Everybody. I'm serious. Like,
we're not talking about Filibertos, okay? We're talking about
his name is Beto. He's all the things.
He really is. Yeah. He's been on the podcast before. He has a studio out in Yuma.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Anyway, so we are in a band called Glamourpuss y los Chingaderos.
Hey.
It's my alter ego.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so Rachel Villa is different. Rachel Villa is a very different, like, classy.
So you're
pretty thing.
You're Glamourpuss.
Like Cry in Your Pizza songs.
Yes.
And I'm Glamourpuss, which was inspired by actually a 90-year-old lady.
Really?
Yeah, she said it one day. So I'm a hairstylist at Madison Avenue. And I had this older lady who sat in my chair very uncomfortable at first, right? She didn't want to be there. She didn't want to get a haircut.
Yeah, she's 90. She's like, what
she just want to go home. Yeah. She's tired. And her daughter had to be like 70 or something. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so the daughter took her for a haircut, and I fancied her up. Like, she wanted this hairdo, or actually she didn't really want it, but I made it happen, you know? It was just very, very beautiful, kind of Marilyn Monroe type deal. Ooh. Yeah, very pretty. And she goes, oh my God, she started laughing hysterically, and she goes, you made me look like a glamour puss. And I was like, what did you just say? Like, I've never heard that word in my life before. Yeah. Like, that is the best thing I've ever heard. Meanwhile, her daughter was just freaking out. She was like, Mom, you need to stop saying puss. It's not okay. And I'm like, please keep saying that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what that word is or where it came from, but you are real happy. And she just ended up being one of my favorite clients. Yeah. And sharing stories of, like, she would come back to me after that, like, a few times. And I don't remember her name, which is terrible because I always saw her as the OG glamour puss, right?
You should call her OG.
OG. She's the OG. Like, and I don't know where she's at. She might not even be here anymore with us. It was some years ago. Yeah. And anyway, so she would share stories about how her ex-husband was abusive to her. Mm-hmm. And how one day she just got tired of him and she threw him down the stairs. Ooh. And that's not nice. And I would never throw anybody down the stairs. Yeah. But actually, I was just like, wow, this is a bad bitch right here.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I could say that on TV, but, you know.
I'm not on TV.
I'm just playing. I don't know if we can say this on TV.
Yeah. But I got my producers are saying, I know, like, we're cleared for one.
Exactly. So anyway, she's just, you know, she was amazing. So she inspired the whole Glamour Puss. I was like, I'm going to make a band one day called Glamour Puss. And then here it is. Like, it was just a daydream some years ago. Yeah. And then I created Glamour Puss, which then I felt bad because I wanted these guys to play with me, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't imagine somebody calling them Glamour Puss. And I don't think they would like that either. So I'm like, I think I have a cool name for you guys. Uh-huh. You know, can you be my chingaderos? Yeah. Because that's one of my favorite words. It means troublemakers, by the way. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Don't Google it. But anyways, it means troublemakers. And so I thought it was perfect. Even though they're not troublemakers and they're the nicest people in the world. Yeah.
But on stage, you take that on. That's the thing. That's the thing about pseudo names and like stage names. Yeah. Yeah. So when you're, like you said, when you step into Glamour Puss shoes, you're a different freaking being.
Well, I just get to create. Like this music that lives in my head, you know, mm-hmm. that's different than Rachel Villa music. Yeah. That music is inspired by just heartbreak, a lot of mm-hmm. it, and love. And it's like, it helps people on a healing journey in a different way, right? Yeah. But Glamour Puss is like all this stuff that just lives in my head from just years and years, and a collection of different genres. Yeah. And, I get to be a little extra. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm always a little extra, but that one is just where I get to shine with it and be okay.
Yeah, you downshift on that one, hit another gear,
wear my bedazzled bucket hat. I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't even know how I found that thing, but
they called you.
It's life. Like, everybody knows that hat now, you know. Yeah, so that's Glamour Puss. And now everybody knows where the Glamour Puss inspiration came from.
Yeah, the origin stories. People love origin stories.
They do. Like, it's honoring that woman.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not like one to be like, yeah, shove your dude down the stairs.
Sounds like the motherfucker had it.
He was okay. Like, he got up. He was probably a little bumped and bruised, but also he was hurting her children. You can't just hurt somebody's kids, your own kids. Like, why would you do that? He had it coming.
I would say if he's abusing the kids, he had it coming.
Don't abuse, okay?
Don't abuse. If you can take one lesson from our podcast, don't abuse children.
Don't abuse anything.
Anything at all.
Don't be abusive. It's not like I'm not, like, this song was made for human beings, you know? Mm-hmm. My Butterfly song. Yeah. It's not just targeted at, like, a man. There's, like, so many people who are abusive, like they could be a female or a man.
Yeah, and there's psychological abuse, emotional abuse. There's
so many.
Yeah.
So I'm not like targeting. I'm not a man hater. You know what I mean? I'm like stop abusing people. Talk about things.
Well, I'm a man, and I've never felt hate from you, so.
Yeah, there's no hate.
And you got dudes in your band, so it's for someone to just label it as a man-hating song. I haven't heard of that, but if you've received any of that, I just would say take a step back. And if it's kind of like if the shoe fits, wear it, right? Well, why are you taking such offense to it, right?
Right.
You're not there.
No, not at all. And I mean, I was a little worried that, because I'm in this women group and, we are women power. We are that, but we're also like, hey, like we respect the man and the woman and the journey. And we just, hope that people can heal enough to stop mistreating each other.
Yeah. And that's the thing, healing. And the issue is that even though they are hurt, they only know the tools that they've already been given.
Yep.
So that's why us as parents, we need to instill certain, techniques, values, and morals on our own children on how to deal with, when you get angry, when you get upset, because that's going to happen. Yeah. We're not going to go through our daily lives and not experience any sort of misfortune or something that doesn't go our way. And the last thing we should do is take that and use it against someone else.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we are a slave to the tools in our toolbox. And there's a lot of unlearning and then relearning that needs to happen in every single one of us.
So true. A lot of unlearning.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
Because they're coping mechanisms. I mean, at one point in time, you use this to cope with a much worse situation, but now you're using that. You've already used it, served its purpose, it got you through that, and now we kind of rely on these techniques, and they don't have the positive outcomes anymore. But it's all we know. Yeah.
So there's no judgment, not whatsoever. Yeah. Like for me, I'm very careful with that. Like, I recognize a lot of unhealed traumas in people, and how they project because of them. So even with my last situation, there was not really a fight because I wouldn't respond to what I knew was a projection. So don't get me wrong, I wasn't sitting there and feeling like I was abused. Right? Like I wasn't registering anything that person was saying to me. I just recognized that there's a lot of healing that he needed to do and needed more time.
Yeah.
Because people sometimes are not ready in their journey for
that's
for
exactly
that, right?
what it is.
So, but you don't have to stick around to try to help somebody who's not helping themselves. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. It's the whole psychiatrist thing is like, I can only do so much. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. Like
exactly.
A person is only ready when they are ready. That's and so as true. Much as you try to push them in a certain direction and give them the necessary knowledge and information and places to find them. Not even just, hey, this is how you should be looking at it. No, here's a place that maybe has, information that can enlighten you in this moment. But a lot of us don't want that. It's hard work. I mean, people can go out, break their backs, doing hard labor work, but then, to go and actually do some emotional, spiritual work on yourself, like that's too much for people.
It's a lot, and it isn't pretty.
Oh, it's not pretty.
It doesn't look pretty to shift when you're shifting.
And you your
have mindset and your unlearning.
You have to weep.
You got to look at the ugly.
You do. You got to do that ugly cry.
You got to do the ugly cry for sure in your pizza.
You have to redo your mascara.
Yeah, and so like what is beautiful about this song is that it does tap into those emotions. And it's important to let those emotions flow out of you.
Yeah.
The whole butterfly is symbolic of that, right? So I read in a book one time and it's by Louise Hay. Okay. Do you know her work?
No, I don't.
Okay, so in the book she says she uses a butterfly to and she gifts this butterfly to people, right? Yeah. And she says she uses it to take the traumas that are surfacing, because you have to let them kind of arise and you have to look at them in a new perspective, right? Like your adult, say it's a childhood trauma, and you bring those up. and you have to sit with it and look at it and process it as an adult would, right? See all angles and then release it, right? And so this butterfly helps you to take it for you. And for me, it just takes it to this beautiful land of love, and that's comforting to me.
Yeah.
And so in that song, that's why I named it that, because I still to this day use this butterfly, and I gift it to people. This little imaginary butterfly in case they can use it, you know, and they say they have. And it's funny how emotional they get when I put my hands out and I gift them a butterfly. Like it's a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
But magic, it's just daydream stuff.
It's a symbolic piece, but it has weight to it. I mean, there's the whole theory that objects have memories. Like this cup has memories of all the times I've used it, right? The coffee, the alcohol, the water. It's been present for tons of my conversations. So there's those theories that even say even objects, your glasses, hold on to something. But there is something to it when you pick up, you know, a token from your childhood or something that you know belonged to a loved one, and you hold it and you feel something to
that
it.
energy.
Whether it's superimposed from within us or whatnot, but there's still something there. And to be able to, I guess, translate that transformation to a different material object instead of you taking it on yourself, that could be helpful to somebody. Where it's like, hey, step out of your own way, give it to this, and then just acknowledge what that is.
Yeah.
That's really good. And I do view, I've had that a lot in my mushroom trips, where it's like a cocoon to butterfly, or like a crustacean shedding off its former shell, and you become this new thing. And there is something to like the way a butterfly moves about its reality, right? It comes out of the cocoon and it's like flattering, like it's not like smooth, you know. It takes a while.
Like chaotic.
It is chaotic, right? It's like,
that's
whoa.
like so symbolic for life, right? Are you kidding me?
When your new version comes out, it's not gonna be like bang, oh, I got it all. No,
it's
your
uncomfortable.
New it's uncomfortable. It's
new.
Yeah.
We just said that at the same time.
Hey, when you're on the same wavelengths, that's what happens.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's very. I like that. It's symbolic, and also because you know my sister did tell me that she, either spoke to my dad on his deathbed. By the time she arrived, he was already gone. But I know she's prayed a lot over it and was just, hey, if you're show me when you come back, and when you come back, I'll look for a blue butterfly. Oh. And so. I have this weird, I didn't know that. And the summer I left my marriage for the same thing, like I just wasn't, it was hurting my soul to be a part of that, and I couldn't reach this person, right? Yeah. So, but that summer, I took all these videos of a blue butterfly on my son. Yeah. And I sent it to I posted it, I think. I didn't even send it to my sister. I just posted it on Facebook. And she replied with, I told Dad that if he comes back, like, come back in a blue butterfly. And I was like, come on, man. Like, no. I can't explain things like that. And I am not a person of faith. I'm not. I'll tell people, out front that I am, I'm not a practicing person of faith. And I would even say I'm an atheist, but I'm an agnostic atheist where I don't know the answer. But I don't subscribe to, scriptures and all that. But, when you have moments like we're having here with this, and when you meet people, and when you take certain drugs to alter your state of being, and you're more open to certain frequencies, there's stuff in there that you can't explain.
But
and
you know that it's there, right?
There's something speaking to you, whether it comes from deep within that we've hidden from ourselves, or it's an external. It feels like an external thing just coming into you. Yeah. And that I can't explain, guys. And I won't sit here and tell you that I know. Same. I know nothing. I know nothing, and I'm perfectly
happy. I don't know
happy.
Shit about fuck. That's my motto. Oh, I'm cussing on TV again. Oh my God.
We got one more curse word for you. That's it. And then I got to cut this. No, I'm just playing. No, right. This is the internet.
Booted.
We're wild.
We are booted.
We are wild.
That's I'm a chingadero too.
Yeah, I see that.
So like, you could just be either or at the same time.
The glamour puss has to be a chingadera herself. Otherwise, how are you going to get these chingaderos in line?
The little chingaderitos?
Yeah, chingaderitos.
It's the little tiny ones. Maybe that's what I am.
That in physical stature, but not anywhere else. No.
I feel big and strong sometimes.
So you are a hairstylist by day.
I am,
right?
yes.
What would you do with this
decorate.
fucking thing here? I need to figure something out.
We're going to bleach blonde you and like put some like lightning bolts in the side.
I totally wanted to do that, but I heard it was going to take a few sessions. And I haven't announced it yet, but I just signed to a modeling and talent agency.
Stop it right now.
So I have to run that by my agent. See, that feels so weird.
Like, yeah, that's important. That's important.
They were like, I did the audition, and they're like, and are you married to that beard? I was like,
girl, it killed me.
Go to my Instagram about a week ago. I shaved it in half for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And
like,
they were
take me how I am, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what?
They're like, well,
why are they being picky? Like, come on.
Because they're trying to sell me. They're trying to sell my image, which I don't quite like.
I'm all been there.
Yeah, I know.
We don't play that.
I didn't quite like that.
Somebody told me to cut my hair. I don't know what would happen to them.
Well, we're looking for opportunities. It's not a long contract, so we're good. I'm here for the ride.
So I would just trim it just a little, and that's it. Like bleach blonde. That would be so fun. Oh my God.
I would totally do it. Especially, I got
platinum.
I go platinum. I would totally do platinum. Cover up these white hairs.
The glitter. That's what we call that, the glitter.
Is that male glitter or just anybody in general?
Male glitter?
Yeah. I don't know. That's salt and pepper.
Whatever you want it to be. It's your world.
Oh, why am I trying to label
This is your TV
things?
show.
Yeah, it is. I got this glitter.
Why am I trying to label things?
I hate labels.
Same.
I don't like them. I like to break them.
Same. Shame. Same.
But hold on. So you've been a practicing hairstylist. What is the craziest request you got that you had to turn down? Ooh, you can't talk about that one.
No, I just have to think about stuff. Well, craziest request.
That someone came in and they're like, I have this vision, and
I've had to turn it down.
Yeah.
Well, I've almost wanted to. There's been some intimidating hair stuff that I've been like, oh,
yeah.
Just how do you think I can do things?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like, I'm like, I know I put on my Instagram and stuff that I can do things, but like now they want me to do things. So then I have to do things. So then I have like many heart attacks before I do the things. Even like with music, like with so many things that I do, I'm just like, what am I doing? Especially like when I smoke a little. Yeah. There's something about smoking that freaks me.
I don't smoke before performing. I try not to.
I'm not allowed to. They have banned me from any of that during rehearsals too, because I'll sit there and watch the band and I forget that I'm in the band.
Yeah.
Zone so hard. But no, when I smoke at night, like I question everything about myself. Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? Who names themselves Glamour Plus? Like, are you crazy? Like, what is going on? Don't you just want to be soft in your bed and just sit here and like forever? Mm-hmm. And like, can't you just like go home at night and just like watch TV like a normal person? Yeah. Why are you crazy?
Yeah, that's the paranoia people talk about.
Yeah,
that they don't like, and it's because it's talking. It knows that we haven't done all the practice. Like me, I was like, I don't belong on stage playing bass. That's why I would take shots before I go on stage. I take shots. I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be on stage. Right?
Yeah, it gives you that. But then you watch yourself after those shots. That's not for me either. Yeah. I tried that too before. I thought I was like the biggest rock star, and the people in the crowd were drunk too. Yeah. So they thought I was a fucking rock star. Then I watched the audio and video back, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Flashy. Yeah. I learned my lesson because I got my DUI in Bisbee. That's why me and Bisbee go.
Oh, Bisbee! I'm here to like target that in you so that you can release that.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Well, it's
about it.
Exactly a year ago. Exactly a year ago,
and we brought it up. Of course, we did.
2:30. Well, so tonight at 2:30 in the morning.
Dude,
is when
of course, right? We're having this conversation,
Holy
and
shit.
I said, Bisbee.
Yeah.
Cry in your pizza moments. You had to cry in your pizza. Plenty of that.
Oh, yeah.
But you're never going to do that again. I believe that.
No,
that was not good choices.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. We went, okay, so I think our question was the hair, right? So when people want me to do things and I
ADHD
never,
too. Yes.
we went on this whole like journey, and we'll get back to that. But okay, so my artist friend Randy B, right?
Okay.
Do you know Randy Barton?
No, I don't.
He's dope. Well, one time he was just like, just do whatever you want with my hair. So it wasn't almost a request.
Okay.
But he's not like a basic dude.
Yeah.
Like, you better make a masterpiece on that fool's head, right? So I'm just like, I gotta decorate this, and like, I gotta make this happen. But like, I had a whole like 20-minute like, should I just leave? Should I quit my job moment before he came in for me to decorate his hair.
Wow.
And it ended up being so fire. But like during the whole thing, I'm like, fool, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Even though this is my own art piece and you told me to create whatever I wanted. I think there's different pressure.
Yeah, and it's a medium, right? You haven't really done that before, right?
Sometimes I do. I'm very a lot of people that go into my space at Madison Avenue, they want very basic stuff. So I don't get to create as much art pieces, right? Every once in a while, somebody gives me something, but I'm a visual artist. So I look at a picture and I can create it, right? Now, when they're like, go ahead and do whatever you want. And I'm just like, that's a trick question.
Yeah, because now you can't really, the options are too wide.
Well, yeah, because like, in my brain, the way it works, like you're going to be platinum by tomorrow. I'll be like, come sit in my chair. Let's do things, right? But then I'll question, like, can I really do that though? So that's what happened there. And it turned out really, really good.
Really? Heck
yeah, it did. But that's one of the moments where I was just having an anxiety attack. Questioning my entire
But that's good to have because you work through it. And then the next time that opportunity is posed, the feeling should be less. Right. And less. And that's the whole idea is like you're never just fully confident. I mean, if you are, you've been doing it for too long, you know, and maybe it's lost its magic. But you're dwindling it down to where it feels more and more like who you are, more natural. But it always starts off where like, this isn't me. This isn't what I do. Like, I'm not a model. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done that before too, where I'm just like, I don't even know why they. But anyways, like I'll do it. Yeah. Right.
I mean, you're gonna pay me? Okay.
Yeah. Money is very nice. It's very nice. It's like last week when they're like, "Hey, Rach, we believe in you." It's like they believed in me like last week too. These people, and they're like, "We want you to do hair and makeup for all these models before this fashion show, and then during the intermission, you're gonna sing."
Shit.
And I was all. Yeah. How much?
Exactly, you know.
And they were like, this much. And I was like, I'm down. And then like a couple days before that, I was like, what am I doing? Am I crazy? Like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
You are.
But I showed up and I had so much fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And I sang and I'm like, that was fucking crazy. I still think I'm crazy for doing that.
Yeah.
But also like,
but you did it.
I did, and I'm gonna keep doing stuff like that. Things that scare me, you know. And it was it's terrifying. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not the most confident person. I guess I'm just like you said, like it's a human being thing.
It is, and for me, the regrets. So if I do something like that and then it turns out bad, I regret not being able to execute. I don't regret taking the opportunity, but I regret. Okay, I didn't prepare well enough, but. That's fine. We can work through that. The regret I would experience from not doing it though, and like being like, oh, I wish I would have. That will sit with me for millennia. Yeah. I'll take that to the next life.
Yeah, for real.
And the next time, then I'll take it.
I would have done that too. I didn't actually do makeup. I was like, okay, this sounds like a lot, and I'm gonna eliminate one of the things that I know is gonna stress me out, which I cannot be stressed before a performance.
Exactly.
Nobody should be, right? Yeah. It's a different kind of pressure when you're getting models ready for their performance and then having to sit and like I like to do a meditation or be peaceful or a prayer before. And a lot of the time I haven't been able to. Or I have to get myself ready pretty quickly and it's a little uncomfortable. Yeah. So that was just crazy pressure.
I mean, you can hire me as your meditation guru. I'll do that.
I'm into it.
I'll just take
So when I can pay people more than air, I will. That's how Beto's getting paid right now.
Is it with air with blown kisses?
He doesn't get the kisses, but the air, yes, just the air I breathe. I'm like, I'm going to share the space with you.
Yeah.
This is all I can offer you.
Yeah.
This is all I can offer. Just air. And he just laughs. And I'm just like, but I need a flyer like tomorrow. And business cards. And can you just move here?
Yeah. He needs to move back up here. He's talked about it back and forth.
Oh, we're going to get him down here.
Yeah.
Like manifested that.
Get him a little casita out back.
True.
Yeah. It'd be the whole studio. That would be your studio.
I'm going to have to pay for that with air, though, also.
Yeah. Well, Airbnb. There you go.
So perfect.
Just rent out the casita for...
Did you hear that, Beto?
Especially when like all the events are coming here, like Super Bowl and WNBA All-Star Game is coming.
True.
Yeah,
The Airbnb paid with air. I love that. This is great.
Or Hairbnb. You book
Dude,
appointments.
I'm a hairapist. Did you know that?
That is, I can't believe I haven't heard that term yet, but that makes so much sense.
And it's great.
Yes.
The tea is so hot.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, even
it's like we could have a whole nother podcast just for the tea.
I bet. I bet that would be behind a paywall, guys. That would be behind the paywall. And if you're members of Madison Avenue, you'd pay extra because you really know who these people are.
We have to change names.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to. We need aliases.
Aliases.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a great show, though.
It would.
Dude, the last week's, I'm not even going to go there with last week.
What happened? Infidelity, tax fraud?
No tax fraud. People don't talk about that stuff.
not the stuff that can get them arrested, but just the stuff that can get them killed.
Boring. That's boring.
Yeah.
But the whole, like, my best friend sleeping with my ex-husband, who then invited me over to the house that used to be my house. Oh, yeah, and we had to sit on my own couch that I bought and have the drinks, and it's just like, ooh, girl, that's not your friend. Yeah. I don't think that's your friend.
Yeah.
And that's how that's how the therapy session goes. I'm like, ooh, I'm all boo. I can't even with this.
You're just like a hype man.
Yeah.
Flavor.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah.
Flavor.
And then when they forget it's something, they go off and you're like, wait, what was that one thing you were talking about? Oh, girl, don't get me started.
And then I go back to like the mixing area and I'm just like, girl. And I talk to my coworkers, talk to my bestie Jess, and I'm like, Jess, can you even with this story? And we squeal, and it's just the best.
Makes a day go by.
Oh yeah, we need to write a book.
Do it. Memoirs of a hairapist.
Podcast, book.
Hairapist?
Hairapist.
Hairapist, okay.
That's me.
That's you.
Doctor.
That's the other under your business card under that. It's like 5 down.
Mm-hmm. I gifted many butterflies in that salon. Mm-hmm. Got some twisted clients. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They all need butterflies.
Well, that's how they know to go.
They
to
need
you.
real big butterflies.
I'm twisted. You look pretty twisted.
I mean, they say you attract who you are.
Right. Yeah.
I'd be like, damn. If that's my reflection.
Or who you were, and you can help these people out. Get into their cocoon and.
I definitely have had to process some things. Like I've been like, wait, hold on. If I'm them, damn, like I am batshit crazy, right? But I'm not. They're like, okay, it's the light. They need the light.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna think about it that way.
You could have been them. That could have been you if you lived their previous experiences.
True.
And not. We think that we would make better decisions than them if we were them, but you don't know. No sabemos.
No. And that's why I just offer, the butterfly.
Yeah.
And I make them feel pretty. Mm-hmm. And then they feel better.
Yeah.
And they come back for more.
The way you walk out of a hair salon, a barbershop, the way you walk out of there is like, yeah.
Yeah, they know what time it is. Like if my friend Tashi was here sitting, I'll be like, Tashi, what time is it?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, it's bad bitch o'clock.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Watch out now.
That everybody knows what time it is when they leave the salon.
If I guess if as like a barber or a hairstylist, if I ask my client, all right, what do you got planned next? Oh, I'm just going home. I was like, oh, I didn't do a good enough job.
Right?
Because you better make a couple of pit stops with this new hairstyle.
For real. Like, are you going to go to Target or not? You know, like, that's usually where they go.
Is it? Yeah.
My clientele.
Damn, people do love Target.
They love them some Target afterwards. So I think it's because I've heard it too many times. I'm going to have to go to Target?
Yeah, you know it.
Afterwards? And I'm like, dang, is that your day? Is that your, like, your outing? It's their outing for real.
It is. It is.
You go in there to spend like $5 and $200 later, you got 3 things.
Everywhere. Anyway, anytime I step out the door, it's $200.
We can just go down a whole rabbit hole with that one because...
I just went to the Ostrich Festival yesterday. The Ostrich Festival down in Chandler. Like,
that's like $500 later.
I don't want to talk about it.
We won't talk about it. Like, I'll give you a butterfly for this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, not until you're platinum up my hair.
Yeah, we'll talk about all kind of stuff. Like, you would just like vent. That's what I'm here for, you know.
Yeah, does it get tiring taking on certain people's things? Though, are you that much of an empath? I'm
an empath, 100%, and I used to. I didn't know how to be me, and because I didn't really know who I was, and then I discovered over time, you know, oh, okay, I'm sensitive, and that's okay. Yeah. Right. So I used to take on people's crazy energies until I learned how to shield my energy. And I do it mindfully every single day. Yeah. So if I feel that a certain client is going to come see me and I know that they're a bit chaotic or negative, we won't go there usually. I don't usually have to deal with that. I'll redirect the conversation, or, you know, I'll give them, hold space for them. But also, like, I won't feed into it. Yeah. There's that when you hype somebody up when they're in that dark space, right? It can be real dark. But I usually can be mindful of every conversation I'm having with people, or even in different spaces. So if I feel threatened, if I feel a bad vibe somewhere, anywhere I'm going, because I'm a lot of places these days, right? More than ever. Yeah. Well, I carry, like, these rocks in my purse, too. They're, like, big stones and like that I feel help protect my energy, but also I use lights from my spirit guides. So I will call on the spirit guide to wrap like a white light around me and say I would like to be shielded with this white light until I'm comfortable. And I walk so peacefully with this light beaming around me so that nothing negative can enter my energy space. Yeah. And I felt so much lighter since I've been doing that. That's good, because you're being very present and intentional with it. And that's why, like, I do equate like meditation and prayer as one and the same, because you're being intentional. You're trying to bring peace upon yourself. And so if you have that moment where you're like, I'm speaking this, I'm thinking about this actively, so then of course it's gonna help you out in that way. Yeah. Instead of just kind of like I do, is just go through life. Just forget. Like, yeah. I used to, and I had felt like that energy stay with me until I realized, okay, you're an empath. You definitely sense it. Let's just help be like ourselves, be more mindful in situations and places, because I know energies are so chaotic, and especially with what I do as a singer. You know, I would normally with the Choyas, and all the Choyas knew this about me, is I was going through a shift, my consciousness, and that I had to isolate. And they understood. They were very sweet about it, but they always just were like, Rachel's the first one to leave our shows. Yeah, I'll give hugs, I'll say hello, and then I'll be gone. Gotcha. Because I needed my home, I needed my space. And so this past year, or last year, when I left my situation, I knew that I needed to do something about my sensitivity, right? Even just getting back there into the community, it's a scary thing, right? So I did a Reiki healing with my bandmate Andrea. She is a Reiki healer and a sound healer. So she incorporates both. And if you've never done it, you should. I think you would really enjoy it. Yeah. But my intention before entering that meditation was to be able to be out in the community without like feeling violated or scared or, my whole intention was to get back out into it and be okay with the energies, right?
Yeah.
And I felt so much better after that. And I'll check in with that Reiki healing every once in a while if I'm doing too much. If I know that maybe I haven't been mindful and I entered a space where I felt like the energy was overwhelming me, because I have been in those places.
And your guard was down.
My guard might have been down for whatever reason. I was distracted or too busy, because I do get that.
Yeah, of course.
As much as I try every day to
You're
be
a mom.
mindful. Yeah, I'm a mom and a hairstyle full time. I have 3 different bands. And another, like 2 other ones actually that I didn't mention.
I know, we didn't get to them.
We didn't get to them yet, which is, that's a whole nother, I don't know why I'm crazy like that. I keep saying, don't do it, girl, and it just happened. It was that Reiki healing, I know it.
Yeah.
Just like,
it's like, more. I can always take on
slingshotted
more.
me out there.
I can take on more.
Oh yeah, I could do it. It's fine. Yeah, anyway, so I have to check back into myself often to be able to navigate in those spaces peacefully and stay cool. So, yeah, those are things that I do to help me.
Yeah. And a lot of people can take notes. Take notes, guys.
Yeah, take notes. And if it resonates with you, like, please, and if you're not ready for something like that, that's okay too. You know,
just put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Because again,
these are things that help me personally. We're all different, We all do things that, do things differently, like however you want to connect with your inner peace and even, with nature
And it is scary because some people don't know what that even looks like, right? And so, it's just the unknown. We know it because, I've been practicing yoga for quite some time, and, I do things, even like, my girlfriend's dad is a field pastor, and last year I went to 2 of their men's retreats, and it's all, they're all Christian faith. And I just told you what I believe, but, I'm there supporting him and supporting their mission to help. It's not what you would think the clientele or the people attending a men's Bible group would look like. These are all, a lot of guys are fresh out of jail, fresh out of prison, no home. They're in assisted living, they're in group homes or this, and they're trying to find their way. And to me, it's like, that's who you're trying to reach.
Yeah.
The people that are on, are trying to come off, that, not so good walk of life.
Yeah.
That it is. And it's not people that are always in church every weekend, thumping their Bibles and all that. And, there's something to that, and I like to expose myself to all of that. I'm very curious, and I just, I'm trying to find my own way, So the more I can take in, and some people might look at that like, if you're taking in too much information, then how can you make, a proper judgment, or where do you land? Where do you this? And I'm like, I'm 36. I'm too young to even. I could barely run for president of the United States at that, right? I'm too young, and I talk to people that are twice my age that never figured it out. So I'm like, hey, and they're
constantly figuring it out, and we know nothing. In the end, we don't know shit about book. I don't think any of us do. We're just all trying to live in this crazy ass world and in this system, and it's just I feel like this. After all the books I've read and this whole spiritual journey that I've been on, and it all comes back to one thing, right, that we all have in common. And if we were all aware of this, that we're all here to ultimately become unconditional love, which nobody here has been able to achieve.
No,
one person. Though, if we're mindful of that alone, we can walk a little bit lighter and with less judgment, a lot less judgment, right? Because usually I won't do it. I don't even receive judgments because of the fact that I don't do that to people, right?
Yeah.
But just knowing that I'm on that path to help elevate the consciousness of humanity and to teach love, like that right there just brings me so much peace. Yeah, and so, I don't know, hopefully that will resonate with some of, your listeners, and they can take a little piece of that and just kind of remind themselves what they're doing here.
Yeah, enough.
It's like you don't have to know how to figure out all the things and all these rules that people put, right?
People feel like if they're gonna do one thing, if I'm gonna go to a sound healer, well then that's just who I am. I need to do this. No, go experience it for the first time. Go find out if it's gonna be your thing, because that's what's good and bad about social media and Instagram, right? Is that you see everybody doing awesome thing to like the ultimate degree, but 99% of us are just the average folks, and it's like what are they doing? How are they getting by? What's that look like to them? So people don't go to the gym because they're like, well, I can't be in there for an hour and a half, and I can't bench this, and I can't squat that. It's like, no, it's not. You can work your way up there if that's what you want, but you should be going in there you should be doing these things just for your own peace.
To see if you really enjoy something like that,
not
too.
Not what it looks like to somebody else.
Exactly. And that's where things are a little twisted up right now. With, social media and all of that, right? Like this image that people have to...
Some people don't smile in their profile pictures.
True. Like my whole profile, the way that I want people to see it as a peligrosa. Don't play. Don't play with me. I'm a big love ball, but also I'm part of the, the peligrosas.
Yeah. Don't fuck around.
Don't play. Yeah. I will dismiss you without even, telling you I'm doing that. I don't have to yell, raise my voice. You're not getting none of that. Mm-hmm. We'll just move you out the way.
Just a death stare, huh?
That's danger.
Give me your best death stare. Ready? Hit me.
I don't even have to.
Huh?
We're not gonna get physical here.
No.
Oh.
I said hit me with your best death stare. Like
that was it.
You're piercing me. Oh, that's so cute.
Wasn't that a violation? I'm so scary. All I want is for people to be loved. Yeah. I'm scary.
I can believe it. I know. We're all capable of things. That's the thing. It's like if someone isn't capable of, of going to a dark place like that, and you consider yourself nice, well, you're not nice. You're just not harmful. It's not even in you. For someone to be nice and choose to be nice, you are capable of, going to a dark place when need to be, but you choose not to. Mm-hmm. I choose to, like, I'm sure with all the learning, the good light and all that, there's definitely, you've learned the opposite of that, right? And how to push, you could probably push certain dark energies on people. I choose not to.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't know. I do know it. Mm-hmm. And I know what that would entail, but I choose not to.
Yeah. It's a choice. It's always a choice.
The quote, Nietzsche, I think, said that, where it's like, for a tree's branches to reach heavens, its roots must dig deep into the pits of hell. Something like that.
Whoa.
And you can't just be one. Dude, no, you need to know the darkness within and keep it at bay, but familiarize with it. It's like don't leave those demons in your closet, right?
Dance with it. Dance with it, right?
Yeah,
I like it. I was just talking about this the other day. That darkness, it's all in us, and that's just us as human beings. Now, what we do with that is going to, affect other people around us, and that's where we have to be careful. Yeah. But it's good to embrace that, and it's good to love that part of yourself, I think.
Yeah, you have to, because you have to show it love. Oh my gosh, man, there's so many parallels here. It's like a bully, like a bully. They're missing love. You think it's the opposite. It's beat them down. No, they're already getting beat up at home. They're already getting beat up everywhere else. That's why they're choosing to take it out here. Mm-hmm. And so you need to reach them in a way to promote the love. Saying that there is some just flat out twisted and sick individuals out there for sure, but a lot of us are just, again, we're coping with the tools we have, and they need love. And if we can make a person felt love and understood, that's the first step to being able to get them to change.
That's so true.
And live a more, honest life.
See, we're on the same mission. Yeah. That one time we were on the same mission. We're in the same thing.
So weird. No, it's
awesome. Beautiful. Yeah.
This has been awesome. You're very busy, and we got the show. So the Womack.
Yes, 7 p.m. Las Troyas is going to play. Mm-hmm. It's very rare. So very rare. We only play like 3 shows a year. So
you're only in Bloom three
Yes, in Bloom. Yes, about that many times. And so hopefully you all can come out. And we'll be raffling off one of Angela's paintings. My beautiful Goddess of a Bestie created an art piece. And so we're doing a raffle. And it's $10 at the door. And the performances will be from 7 to 10 p.m. And then DJ Beto is going to be on the ones and twos.
Orale, the rest of the night?
For the dance party, for those, the thirsty Thursdays.
Yeah, put your elbows up.
Ooh, you guys are all going to be tired on Friday, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Go right in.
Just for the one night, just be tired for me, okay?
Just call
for
out.
Us.
4-day week or 3-day weekend.
3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Or just show up to work all, how I be showing up to work on Mondays.
From a whole weekend of shows.
I was all, you know what? I had this realization. I'm like, this is why rock stars be looking like that, man. I'm like, look at me. Does this mean I graduated to rock star status? Because I don't be combing my hair no more. Like, I'm the hairdresser who doesn't comb their hair.
Hey, well, listen, you can be like, your hair is more important than mine. You're the client. You're the one paying to be here.
Exactly. So you know what? When you go out on Thursday and you dance to all of these like fresh beats by DJ Beto, our homie. Wake up and just look how you do. It's the night before makeup, like whatever. There's no judging, and then we don't judge. The no judgment zone, like
no judgment zone.
Like as if we're in Planet Fitness all over again. The gym.
Yeah, exactly. Working our way back around.
That's
but then
right.
You have a story. Then you can be like, oh, they're like, hey, is everything? You don't even know what happened last night.
Yeah.
And saw Las Choyas.
Yeah.
There was live art. There was art. There's
cried in your pizza if there's pizza.
Yes.
Bring a pizza if there's not, so you could cry in it. There's gonna be some live art. Our friend broke her finger, so we don't know how she's gonna do this art, but she did. She made a painting with a broken finger.
Really,
Angela?
See that?
Heck
yeah.
She's a badass. What time is it?
Came through.
What time is it?
Badass time?
It's bad bitch o'clock.
Bad bitch o'clock.
Remember, that's what Friday's looking like for all of you.
I knew it was
messy haired lipstick from last night wearing.
Like, what
all
were you
of
doing
you.
last night? I was being a bad bitch.
And if your man's wearing your lipstick, well, then we had a good night. Okay, don't take it off. Just show up. Show up the way you do.
Yeah, show up the way Fridays. You do. Put out your energy.
Take a 4-day weekend.
A 4-day weekend.
Well, for us, people over a certain age, which we're not sharing, we need a 4-day weekend after dancing to Beto's beats till midnight o'clock. Midnight and a half is my curfew.
Yeah, go home and soak your feet.
That's right. Youngster.
Well, I appreciate you setting aside some time and
I appreciate you
squeezing this in.
I appreciate you. And of course, thank you.
I'm gonna get home, get to editing this a little bit. And I post it raw. I edit the intro, the outro, and it's raw and honest.
Dear Lord, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. You do just fine. And then I'll see you on Thursday.
Dear Lord. Okay. Yes, you're coming?
Yeah. I blocked out I said I'm not available for my whatever else I got to do.
For whatever else
Thursdays comedy or that game show room.
Dude, you could be funny at my event if you want.
You don't want me to tell jokes up there. I'll just be in the crowd having fun.
Okay, now I'm going to make him tell jokes.
No, don't put me on the spot.
We have a comedy show too, guys. Just wait. I won't put you on the spot.
I'm down. I'm always down for whatever. So whatever you want to do, I'm just there to have a good time. And I want to promote everything you got going on because you have a great story. I think it'll empower lots of not just women, but individuals in general. Lots of people.
Thank you.
They can see what you are dealing with, have dealt with, and the future you're trying to provide and say, hey, that's possible for me as well.
Yes.
That's all I'm trying to
do.
Yes. That's all we try to do.
That's all we're doing.
I push this out because it's helped me when other people have done it. So now why not do what I can to show other people what's possible in my eyes? And they're going to do it their own way. They're going to do it so different. And I get inspired by them and I get inspired by you. And it's just this revolving thing it's so awesome. Just find a community, get involved with it. It's life-changing.
Yeah, life-changing.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Become that butterfly.
The Butterfly. Also, you can find the Butterfly music video on YouTube.
Yes.
And you can find all of my music things on Rachel Via Music. All of the links are in my bio to all of the bands.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I post flyers for other people's show. And just even in case I can't go to their shows,
Yeah.
I will post on my story. So you'll always have somewhere to go.
Exactly.
And someone to support. Because I know there's a lot of people who want to support other people in the community.
Yeah, exactly.
So show up. It means more to them than you'll ever know.
Yeah. Just be present.
Just to go.
Yeah. Show up and be present.
Be present.
Yeah. I'll have all your links
Thank you.
down on the show notes and all that, so people know where to find you.
Thank you.
All that. And
Appreciate it.
I think we've shared enough wisdom here tonight. Some of our own wisdom, you know, what I would consider my wisdom. As best
Our
as
wisdoms.
know,
Oh my God.
Geez, it sounds so pretentious sometimes. But yeah, that's just it. Damn it. I wanted to say something else. I don't know. I've said enough. Rachel?
No, say something else. I've said enough. I've said too much.
No, that's you. It's been perfect. Lovely. We'll try not to color coordinate on Thursday, okay?
Kid, don't show up in red and black thing.
Okay, noted. Those are Rachel Via's
It might be
colors.
my other shtick. I'm just playing. No, wear it, please. Represent. Put a flower in your hair.
Okay, I'll definitely put a flower in my hair. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in. Follow Rachel Via and her many endeavors, and peace and love. All right. Adios.